So how do we manage in these times of unprecedented change? How do we show up as leaders, as thinkers, as change makers and impact makers? How do we connect with each other and make sure that ourselves and our families are okay? I'm Andrea Sampson, and for years, I've worked with some of the smartest and most unique thinkers of our time. And what we do together is we find their ideas, their messages. We refine them so that they make impact in the world. I get to see things that so many people don't get to see and know. And I had this thought, what if I could share this incredible window with everybody? I wanted to be able to share not only their messages, but to bring those messages together in such a way that you start to see a little more stability in a world that feels like it's very unstable. And so sense-making conversations is a space where we slow down and we find the right questions that will help us get a little closer to finding the solutions to some of our world's biggest problems. You won't find headlines here. You won't find hot takes, but you will find language for things that you've felt but couldn't name. Tools for thinking when you feel uncertain, and conversations that challenge the surface thinking. Ultimately, this is a quiet rebellion against the pressure to be certain when the world is anything but. Because the better questions we ask, the better solutions we find. Questions like, what should we really believe? What matters now? What's changing below the surface that we can't see? And how do we even make sense of it all? You know, there's a great saying in Buddhism that says, may you lead an interesting life. And some would say that that is a blessing and others would call it a curse. And I think the one thing we can all agree is that we are living in interesting times right now. The reality is we are living in a time that is moving faster, that is changing more rapidly, and that is unraveling in ways that we have never as a species ever seen, at least not in recorded history. If you're tired of noise but still hungry for truth, if you're looking for a space where being thoughtful is celebrated and not rushed, then Sense-Making Conversations is for you. Subscribe, listen, reflect, and most of all, join us. Because the conversation isn't just mine or our guests, it's yours too. This is Sense-Making Conversations. I'm Andrea Sampson, and I am so glad you are here.